Hey guys, welcome back to Revolution XRC and welcome to the next part of this Boom Racing BRX01 adjustable wheelbase link kit build series. In this part of the series, I am going to actually swap out the wheels and tires. Now, the wheels and tires that come with the kit are these Boom Racing Max Grapplers, and these are 1.55 Steelies. These are really nice in scale, they look pretty good. But I wanted something a little bit more aggressive out on the trails. Since my Leaf one is already running these, I wanted to do something a little bit different with the Link kit. You can see here that the stock Max Grapplers that come with the kit, they fit perfectly. There's minimal rub at this turn here, but usually the suspension doesn't really compress that much out on the trails. Maybe like this much in actuality, but it makes for a really scale looking wheel tire combination for this body. But I wanted something a little bit more aggressive, and so I am going to be using 1.55 Proline Super Swampers. These are class 0 1.55 Super Swampers, and this is in G8 compound. These are SSD 1.55. I think these are they're called Trail HD or something like that, but 1.55 SSD Trail HD wheels, beadlock wheels. Got some nice scale hardware to it. There. And Injora tire inserts. These are 1.55 Injora tire inserts. Let's go ahead and put this together. These are really easy to put together. Now before I go ahead and put these together, I will put a link to each one of these in the description below, so you can look in the description if you want to find where I got these. I love the change to tire inserts because they're so much easier to insert into the tire, and it's a lot easier to mount beadlocks with inserts versus foams. They don't get caught up. It would help to put this in first. Alright, with the tire mounted up to the wheel, you can see the differences between the stock Max Grapplers and the Prolines with the SSD wheels. Now I chose these SSD wheels because it had a similar offset, or a better offset to use to clear the tires than some other Steelies that I tried. I tried some other SSD Steelies, like the slot mags here. I tried these, but it had too much negative offset, and so like it would stick out too far and it would catch on the fenders. So these wheels actually gave me a workable offset with these tires. You can see they are roughly the same height. So they're roughly the same height, same diameter. The big difference is the width of the tire. You can see the width difference here. But as far as diameter, it's roughly the same. So definitely workable. One thing that you do need to do to be able to mount these tires, you do need 5mm wheel hexes. So you need to use smaller wheel hexes. So I am using these wheel hexes also from Boom Racing. Here's the part number for it. These are 5mm wheel hexes. I also had to get some wheel nuts. I had to get flanged wheel nuts, so these are a little bit different. I'll put a link to these in the description below, but I didn't use the wheel nuts that came with the kit because those wheel nuts are specifically made for fitting this combination right here. Alright, let's get rid of the stock wheel first. And you're going to need this tool from Boom Racing to remove the stock wheel because your normal average nut driver will not fit in the wheel. This one right here, this will not fit in the wheel, so you'll need to use the tool that Boom Racing provides. I can see here that the wheel nut that the Boom Racing uses for this tire, it's not going to work for the SSD wheel. Let's just put this away. So the next thing we're going to need to do is to replace the wheel hex that came with the kit. And we need to do that because the wheel hex that came with the kit is an 8mm hex. Let's see here. Right there. So you see here, this wheel hex will stick out, will make the wheel tire combination stick out way too far, so it wouldn't fit. So we'll be replacing that with the 5mm one. See the difference here. Okay, let's go ahead and get that 5mm one on. Alright, I've got the 5mm hex on, and where did the new wheel tire combination go? Ah, here it is. Go ahead and put this on. We'll use the new wheel nut. There you go. A really nice, aggressive look for this truck. So you see, I mean, it'll still have trouble clearing if it compresses fully over at the front edge. So I might trim this a little bit right here. But overall, it should fit fine. It actually fits better on this side. I've already put the wheel on this side. But yeah. You see here, the rear is fine. The rear, it tucks in. So, but here, let's kind of zoom out. Much more aggressive looking wheel tire combination on this truck. So I'm gonna give it a shot and run it like this and see if I want to trim the front a little bit. But this wheel tire combination should definitely be a lot more capable on the trail. I'm a pretty big fan of Proline G8 compound, and the Super Swamper tread is pretty good out here. So definitely excited to get closer to running this. I actually haven't run it yet. I'll probably do one more thing before I run it, and mostly just cosmetic. And after I get some cosmetics done, take a few pictures, and then I'll get it out for a run. So, but as far as anything mechanical, I think I'm pretty much there. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future videos on this Boom Racing BRX01 adjustable wheelbase Link version kit build series. Thanks for watching.